What made you realize you were finally in a healthy relationship? She apologized for something that wasn't her fault, then immediately said, wait, no, that's my trauma response. This isn't actually my fault, and I don't need to apologize. Let me try again. We'd been dating for 4 months. I'd had a bad day at work and came home grumpy, snapping at her about dishes in the sink. In past relationships, this would have triggered either a massive fight, or my partner would have apologized profusely for things that weren't even wrong. Rachel looked at me calmly and said, you're upset about work, not dishes. Do you want to talk about it, or do you need space to process first? I stood there stunned. No escalation, no defensiveness, no making it about her. Just acknowledgement and options. I think I need 20 minutes to decompress, I said, testing this new dynamic. Cool, I'll be reading on the balcony when you're ready. 20 minutes later, I found her exactly where she said she'd be, actually reading, not stewing or preparing an argument. She smiled when she saw me, bookmarked her page, and listened while I vented about my incompetent manager. But the real moment I knew this was different happened 3 weeks later. We had our first real disagreement about money. I wanted to split everything 50-50. She thought proportional to income was fairer since I made twice what she did. Instead of it becoming a referendum on our relationship or character, we just discussed it. She made spreadsheets showing both scenarios. I researched how other couples handled it. We talked to a financial advisor friend for perspective. I need you to know, she said during the discussion, that whatever we decide doesn't change how I feel about us. This is a logistics problem, not a relationship problem. We settled on proportional for shared expenses, 50-50 for entertainment. No resentment, no keeping score. Just a solution we revisited 6 months later and adjusted slightly. The absolute clearest sign was when I got laid off. In previous relationships, job loss meant either being babied like I was broken or pressured about finding new work immediately. Rachel's response? Okay, let's look at our financial runway. We have X months of expenses saved. What do you need from me during this time? Not, we'll get through this, or everything happens for a reason, or you need to start applying immediately. Just practical assessment and asking what support looked like to me. She didn't try to fix my feelings or fix the situation. When I had anxiety at 2 a.m. about being unemployed, she didn't say I'd find something better. She said, yeah, this is scary. Want some tea? 6 years later, we're married. We still disagree about things. She likes the thermostat at Arctic levels. I want tropical warmth, but we bought a dual zone comforter and moved on. She still catches herself apologizing for things that aren't her fault, stops mid-sentence, and corrects course. I still get grumpy about work, and she still asks if I need solutions or just venting. Last month, my friend asked how we never fight. I laughed because we disagree constantly. We just don't turn disagreements into character assessments. Rachel wants to paint the bedroom gray. I prefer blue. This isn't about her being controlling or me being stubborn. It's just paint preferences. But how do you resolve it? He insisted. We painted one wall blue, 3 gray. Looks weird, but we both like it, I said. He seemed frustrated by this answer, like there should be a winner and loser. That's when I realized how toxic normal had been. In healthy relationships, you're not opponents competing for victory. You're teammates solving problems. The moment I knew this was healthy wasn't during some grand gesture or perfect moment. It was a random Tuesday when Rachel said, I'm annoyed at you about the garage, but I love you, and we'll figure it out after dinner. The garage was a mess. She was right to be annoyed. She loved me anyway. We'd handle it after pasta. No drama, no ultimatums, no silent treatment, just acknowledgement, affection, and a plan. That's what healthy looks like. Boring, functional, and revolutionary. After a lifetime of believing love meant constant emotional extremes.